In Venezuela, President Nicolás Maduro Moros headed the closing ceremony of the tributes to Commander Hugo Chavez on the 10th anniversary of his physical departure, with a call to revolutionary unity to face imperialist aggressions. In the Israeli municipality of West Jerusalem, local authorities demolished 3 houses in the Wadi al-Jaz neighborhood in the occupied East Jerusalem under the pretext of construction without a permit. And the president of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Félix Tshisekedi, said France needs to abide by the desire of the African people during the visit of the French President Emmanuel Macron. From the headquarters of TeleSUR English in Havana, Cuba, this is From the South. I'm your anchor, Gladys Quesada. And now we begin with the news. Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro Moros headed on Sunday the closing ceremony of all organized tributes to Commander Hugo Chavez on the 10th anniversary of his physical departure. The ceremony took place at the Rios Reina Hall of the Teresa Carreño Theater. The meeting coincided with the conclusions of the World Meeting for the Relevance of the Revolutionary Leaders' Bolivarian Thought in the 21st Century. Delegations from many countries attended the event. Among the Latin American leaders present were the presidents of Nicaragua, Daniel Ortega, and of Bolivia, Luis Arce Catacora, the General of the Army of Cuba, Raúl Castro, former presidents of Bolivia, Evo Morales, and of Ecuador, Rafael Correa, and of Honduras, Manuel Zelaya, among other leaders of the region. During the day, different personalities took the opportunity to condemn the unjust and illegal unilateral coercive measures against Venezuela and affirmed that none of them will succeed in subduing its people. In Venezuela, President Nicolás Maduro Moros highlighted the relevance of the ideals of Comandante Chavez in the present day and in every step taken in the effort to continue building the socialism of the 21st century.
This is a very strong moment of many memories. After 10 years, there have been presence, the permanent presence of his ideals, of his commitment to move forward, constructing our free homeland and independent, our socialism of the 21st century.
And after the closing of the World Meeting for the Strategic Legacy and Revolutionary Thought of Hugo Chavez, Venezuela's President Nicolás Maduro Moros held a meeting with several Latin American leaders in Caracas. The Venezuelan head of state met with Bolivia's President Luis Arce and Nicaragua's President Daniel Ortega, as well as with the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Ralph Gonsalves, and prominent figures such as Cuban Commander Raúl Castro and the former Presidents Rafael Correa and Manuel Zelaya. The extension of the heartfelt tribute took place in a more intimate venue where those who lived intense days with the eternal commander of the Venezuelans reaffirmed the socialist commitment and the friendship between the peoples. In the same line, in Syria, the University of Damascus commemorated the 10th anniversary of the physical departure of the Venezuelan leader Hugo Chavez. During the event, the Charge to Affairs of the Venezuelan Embassy, Hossam El Aizami, recalled the honorary doctorate that the university awarded to the Commander Chavez for his commitment to the free people and helping the causes of Latin American region. For his part, the rector of the Damascus University, Muhammad Osama Al-Juban, recalled the love that remains in the hearts of all Syrians towards the Latin American commander. He also stressed that the people and the government of Venezuela have maintained an unwavering loyalty to their eternal leader. And Cuba advances in the medical and biotechnological fields. Health specialists reported the beginning of a phase 3 clinical trial against Alzheimer's disease. The clinical trial tests the efficacy and safety of the neuroprotector Neuralzim in patients with mild or moderate Alzheimer's amnesic variant at the neurology department of the General Provincial Hospital Camilo Cienfuegos in the central province of Santi Spiritus. According to the Ministry of Health, the trial promoted by the Center of Molecular Immunology began last February 27th in Havana and will go on for 2 years in the capital and for a year and a half in the rest of the country. Donepezil is a drug approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, for international use in Alzheimer's dementia. In March 2022, the drug was granted conditional health registration by Cuba's regulatory agency, SECMED, for mild to moderate Alzheimer's disease. And only days after removing its ambassador, Peru appointed a new consul general to Mexico. Statements from Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador prompted harsh reactions from Peruvian diplomacy. However, Foreign Minister Ana Cecilia Gervasi has appointed Carlos Jesus Rossi Covarrubias as the new consul general to the North American country. She explained the process was the result of the ordinary rotation of diplomats. However, a week ago, President Dina Boluarte herself had announced she will remove her ambassador and that bilateral relations had downgraded to charge d'affaires level. The Bolivian party Creemos and its allies guaranteed with a departmental law that the governor of Santa Cruz, Luis Fernando Camacho, will exercise that position from the maximum security prison of Chonchocoro. The regulation was approved this Saturday by 17 votes in favor and 11 against in the Departmental Legislative Assembly. According to the head of the Movement Towards Socialism Party bench, Raquel Valencia, the new law represents a setback to the autonomous statute because of the legal figure of the vice governor was eliminated. Valencia anticipated that they will resort to justice with the objective of re-establishing in Santa Cruz the respect for the political constitution of the state and the autonomous statute of Santa Cruz. Since the end of December, Camacho is under precautionary detention in Chonchocoro, accused of terrorism for his participation as the main promoter of the revolts that led to the resignation of the former President Evo Morales Ayma on 2019. Let's take a short break, but first, remember you can follow us on our TikTok account at TeleSUR English, in which you will be able to see news in different formats, news updates, and more. Other stories coming up, stay with us. Welcome back to From the South. Greek authorities ordered this Monday that the head of the train station in the city of Larissa, Vasilis Zamaras, remain in custody, awaiting trial following the accident that claimed the lives of 57 passengers. Zamaras' lawyer, Stefanos Pantarzidis, said that the defendant appeared on Sunday for more than 7 hours to give his version of what happened, after which he was transferred to prison, where he will remain until the start of the trial, according to the Neo Daily. The Pantarzidis stressed that the decision was adopted unanimously and stressed that it was foreseeable due to the importance of the case and the responsibilities. Zamaras' appearance took place on a day in which clashes were recorded during a demonstration protesting the response of the authorities to the train accident. The station master yelled since the night of the incident at around 11 p.m. there should have been other employees with him, but that they had left their posts and that he had been alone. We move on to other topics. On Monday, one person was injured by shrapnel after 3 missiles fell in the province of Belgorod in Russia. The air defense system was activated and intercepted and shot down the 3 missiles in the municipality of Novi Oskol. The governor, Vyacheslav Gladkov, confirmed damage to the area and to the power supply due to the impact of the rockets, as well as one citizen that was injured in an arm. Several border regions have reported recurrent human and material damage due to similar events since the beginning of this special operation. On Monday, Estonia's electoral body confirmed the victory of the ruling Reform Party. The center-right group, led by Prime Minister Kaja Kallas, won 31.6% of the vote, compared to 16% for the far-right Ekre Party, which pushed the center-left party into third and fourth place, respectively. Referring to the results, the premier assured that the figures exceeded expectations. The winning formation is a liberal force which, among other campaign promises, proposed a 3% increase in military spending. Estonia, Russia's western neighbor with population of 1.3 million, will also stay the course of adopting more green energy and continue to accept refugees from Ukraine. In Malaysia, more than 53,000 people have been evacuated from several provinces due to heavy flooding in the country. Johor province is one of the most affected. There, at least 49,000 people went to the temporary aid centers. In Pahang and Malacca, approximately 3,600 people have been displaced to safe places. In the last hours, the water flow is decreasing and some cleaning works are already being carried out. In Indonesia, a landslide caused by torrential rain on Monday killed at least 11 people and left dozens of others missing in Natuna Regency Island. National Disaster Mitigation Agency spokesperson Abdul Bukhari said tons of mud fell from surrounding hills onto the houses in the island's Serasan village. Rescuers have recovered so far at least 11 bodies, and the authorities fear that the death toll will rise. The head of the emergency relief operations said dozens of soldiers, police and volunteers have joined the search and that downed communications lines and bad weather were hampering the rescue efforts. Seasonal downpours cause frequent landslides and floods in Indonesia, an archipelago chain of 17,000 islands where millions of people live in mountainous areas or in fertile floodplains. TeleSUR English continues to grow. You can now tune in from 33 different African countries through StarSat. Dial 461 and enjoy our Latin American alternative broadcast. One final short break and we'll be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back. On Monday, the Israeli municipality of West Jerusalem demolished 3 houses in the Wadi al-Jaz neighborhood in occupied East Jerusalem under the pretext of construction without a permit. According to local sources, military reinforcements from the occupation forces stormed the neighborhood, cordoned off the area, and ordered the 20 residents of the 2 houses occupied by the Tuta family to evacuate there in preparation for their demolition. The owner of one of the houses told the press that the Israeli municipality had demolished a number of families' homes in the same area since 2015. Palestinians claim they are forced to build without a permit because the Israeli municipality, which spearheads the construction of thousands of housing units for Jewish settlers or usurped Palestinian land, discriminates against them and refuses to issue building permits.
They are trying to exterminate everything that is Arab on Palestinian land, every Arab feature, just like what is happening here. We can see that they executed demolitions in this place and even uprooted trees that show the Arabism of the land. We want to say to this government that you can demolish homes, but you will not be able to take away our love for our land and our connection to it.
Thousands of demonstrators protested in the capital of the Democratic Republic of the Congo against the visit of the President of France, Emmanuel Macron, during his official tour of Central African countries. According to official sources, the demonstrators, repressed by the security forces, rejected Macron's visit, amidst a renewed sentiment against the colonial and forceful policies implemented by the European state. The protesters also criticized the support of the French government to the army of neighboring Rwanda, which the authorities of this territory accuse of supporting the insurgent March 23 movement operating in the east of the country. This comes after the French ruler declared that the era of French interference on Africa was over and that there was no desire to go back to the past. And during a meeting with the French President Emmanuel Macron held in Kinshasa, Félix Tshisekedi, the President of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the DRC, said that the French President have a new vision regarding the relations between both countries.
The relations between the two countries are in good state, and after the discussion that we have had, I can say that we have laid the foundations for even more important cooperation. The President outlined the main lines of his new vision for the French Republic in Africa.
In addition, he also stated that France needs to abide by the desire of the African people.
If France wants to be in competition with all the other partners of Africa today, it must put itself on the African political map in terms of what the African people want and how the African people see their partners in cooperation and development relationships.
And like this, we have come to the end of this news brief. But remember, you can find these and many other stories on our website at telesurenglish.net. And also, if you feel so inclined, please join us on social media for all the latest news. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Telegram, and TikTok. For TeleSUR English, I'm your anchor, Gladys Quesada. Thank you for watching.